Games can take a long time to 100%, especially RPGs. That said, however, these 8 RPGs prove that 100%ing doesn't always have to be a difficult time. How's it going, everybody? I'm Bilal with Game Rant, and here's our picks for 8 RPGs that are the easiest to 100%. Starting off with Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. The Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster allows players to enjoy the first entry in this legendary franchise with a fresh coat of paint, making it more accessible for modern-day gamers. The game is also quite simple, and it won't take long for players to reach the end of a memorable experience. It helps that there are barely any missable trophies in the game, and players should unlock all achievements in no time. Next up, Live Alive. In Live Alive, fans can experience a unique story spanning multiple times that could have served as inspiration for Octopath Traveler. The trophies in this game aren't too ludicrous, ensuring that players will acquire all of them without any issues. This means that players can potentially acquire all trophies in a single playthrough, provided they are smart about their saves. Next, Undertale. Undertale can be as difficult as players want, especially if they go down the side route. However, players will be surprised to know that they don't need to do this to unlock 100% completion for the game. Instead, most of Undertale's trophies are pretty menial and can be acquired in a single run. It's almost impossible to miss out on total completion in a single playthrough, barring player negligence. Next, South Park: The Fractured But Whole. It's only fair that a game based on the South Park series won't boast ridiculous requirements for 100% completion. All players need to do is go through the game, complete all side quests, and find the collectibles that aren't too hidden. Since exploring the town of South Park feels great, total completion for the Fractured But Whole will feel like a breeze. Players can laugh along to the title's relentless humor as they breeze through the story and wall up some of the funniest enemies in gaming. Next up, Tales of Arise. Most Tales of games require a ton of grinding to unlock 100% completion. This can be tiresome, but Tales of Arise shows that total completion can be far from a chore. Players won't start cursing the game for its horrible RNG as they get all the achievements, which is a huge improvement over other titles in the series. For our next pick, Am Setsuna. A tribute to classic JRPGs that doesn't overstay its welcome, Am Setsuna is a great turn-based game with beautiful visuals and Chrono Trigger-esque combat. The story will hit many familiar notes for anyone who has played Final Fantasy X, but that shouldn't take away from what Am Setsuna brings to the table. The engaging narrative and fun story make the game a blast to experience as players slowly get stronger and blow past more challenges in the game. With the right build, even the game's super boss can be relatively easy to defeat, allowing players to unlock 100% in no time. Next up, Final Fantasy VIII. Despite the lost source code and years for a Final Fantasy VIII modern release, fans still gave this game a shot and found it's the dark horse of the series, eliciting a polarized response whenever it's mentioned in front of Final Fantasy fans. Squall's adventures are full of memorable side quests and main missions, and players are encouraged to complete everything in sight to attain full completion. And finally, Child of Light. Players who want to enjoy an experimental Ubisoft title with combat inspired by classic JRPGs will love what Child of Light brings to the table. The rhyming dialogue and charming art style make this game feel like a fairy tale that isn't too overbearing. Given how simple and straightforward this title is, it's easy to see why 100% completion is effortless for Child of Light. Instead of following a guide, players can just breeze past this title at their own pace, and they may still earn all trophies without a fuss. And those are our picks for 8 RPGs that are the easiest to 100%. Agree? Disagree? Have more games in mind? Feel free to let us know. This has been Bilal from Game Rant, and we'll see you in the next one.